I never realized that as a kid I would grow up feeling so alone. A video can capture the good moments, but there's always the ones off camera that take their place, the bad ones. In those moments, little old me would sit there and pretend I wasn't real. I would pretend that existing is a form of metamorphosis, that this wasn't real life and soon a better one would take its place. I would write music and poetry, make art, and pretend it was okay. Like the liminal space around me was a blanket holding me accountable for all the things I've done wrong. But it didn't last. Many things in my life didn't last.
You okay? Yeah. What's this? You purposely mutilate yourself over and over again with no regard for anyone else. This is ridiculous.
I never spoke when these arguments happened. I would just sit there and pretend they were over. Pretend, pretend, pretend. That's all I ever do anymore. I never felt strong. I felt like every other person, small and boring. That's why I did it. I had no energy to survive, and all the little energy I do have, I fed into my friendships. They were all I had left. If they were the end, I would have nothing. It's tiring being addicted. I don't mean to hurt anyone. I don't even want to hurt myself anymore, but I can't stop. I've tried the rubber band, the ice cubes, the drawing, but none have worked. The only thing that works is distractions. So I'd draw until my brain became a void. I'd listen to the same songs over and over. I'll do whatever I can to stop myself from doing it. And it worked. It only works for a little bit, though. There gets to a point where you can't distract yourself anymore. I wish I was a little girl again, running around the swing set with no problems. I would be in one swing and my frog would be in the other, hand in hand. Then we'd go get ice cream. Nothing would be on our minds except each other.
What's like one of the most basic questions ever? Like, what do you fear?
I don't know, what do you fear?
I fear people finding out. If they know, they won't treat me the same, and I'll get the look of sympathy, the, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry you went through enough to do that" look. The amount of different things I've heard when people find out is what I fear. The answer. I'm a foreign being to them simply because I choose to hurt myself instead of doing what they do. I fear of being shamed. Life is circumstantial, and so why do we have to be the victim of it? I ask myself this over and over and over again, but there is no clear answer, so you'll never get one. So we all just learn to cope with it the best way that we can, but some of us find ways like mine. I've been called many things because of my self-harm addiction. The most common one is attention seeker. I've seen the way that people stare at my arms with such sorrow, fear, and disgust. It's not something anyone should have to experience, but I know others do. And I'm sorry for it. And I don't understand how people can look at you like that. I don't understand what makes you so different from the rest. I feel like I lost my way at some point. I ran down the wrong path. I tripped on a twig and rolled down the wrong side of the hill. I feel so unbearably lost. If I could run away from my problems, I would. I would never stop running. The wind on my face would be a reminder of all that I left behind, but if it meant that for a second I could go back to when I wasn't afraid, I would do it in a heartbeat. Recovery is a process. It takes years, and as much as I hate it, it can't be done right away. Relapsing is normal. It happens, and you've got to use it to push forward, but there is always a sense of self-hatred that combines with relapsing. And as unhealthy as it is, I usually wallow in that self-hatred for a bit. But I'm getting better over time, I think.